What's going on, you crazy bastards? Yet back here with Rob Kimball for a TNA Impact Wrestling review. Start off the show with Dixie Carter showing up to the arena. She gets out and tells everyone that she has a lot to say. And then she cuts off. Then we come to MVP. He says there's going to be a 10-man over-the-top gauntlet match. And for some reason, Samoa Joe can't be in it. Whatever. I don't know what's going on with Samoa Joe, but it seems like this would be something he wants to be part of. Okay, moving on. Start off the show with, within 3 minutes we got this match starting. So fucking awesome. People that like wrestling, boom, here we go. James Storm Gunner started off. Clearly still have a lot of bad blood between the two. This gauntlet match was pretty good. Willow is the last entrant, and he's the first one to get eliminated because Spud comes down. Clearly, he doesn't need to be in a wheelchair, and him and EC3, they get him over, and Willow goes chasing after Spud again. It seems to be every week he's chasing him out or taking him out. Good stuff, like it. The coming down to the end of this, we're down to the last four, and I'm just shocked. Like, I seen EY and Abyss in there. And then plus when Magnus came out to commentary, it just seemed like this was going to be a wrap. Abyss would end up winning this, and then we'd get the fucking figure poke of Doom. I'm glad they didn't do any of that shit. And EY comes out winning the gauntlet match and gets his title shot at Sacrifice. But EY gets the mic. He calls MVP out, and he's got something to say. And he wants his match now, tonight. And MVP grants this. And he also, later on, tells Magnus that if Abyss is banned from ringside, and if anyone interferes in this match, they will be fired on the spot, and that there's not going to be any of the bullshit, him jumping out. It's a straight up match, one man versus another man. I loved it. How come that companies or any match, like if you want a real straight up title match, this is how you should do every single one. It should just be the rules and guidelines to a title match, and that's that. So there is no cheating and bullshit. That would be some way to legitimize the match, but we do get that here. Awesome. Can't wait for the main event. Then we get Spud and Dixie backstage, and he's got balloons and streamers all in her office, and she remembers what him trying to jump ship to MVP, so she tells him he's that quick about taking off, so she's done with him, and she leaves. Willow comes in and attacks the shit out of everything in there. Not really Spud, but he just beats up everything in the room. Fun. I like it because later on it leads to Willow wanting a handicap match with Spud and EC3. And we move on to a knockouts fatal 4-way #1 contendership match, and we got Gail Kim, Angelina Love with Velvet Sky ringside, ODB and Brittany. Now you always know if somebody's ringside, somebody's going to help out. And that's what happens. Velvet Sky ends up spraying Brittany with the fucking body spray or some shit. Or who fucking... Was it Gail Kim or fucking Brittany? I think it was Gail Kim. Then we get a fatal 4-way knockouts #1 contendership match for the knockouts championship at Sacrifice. We have Gail Kim, Angelina Love with Velvet Sky ringside, ODB and Brittany. Now, you sort of knew what was going to happen here, and Velvet Sky ends up cheating, spraying body spray into the fucking eyes, and Angelina Love picks up the win, which is fine with me. Awesome to continue the feud. It made it seem really fucking obvious. Whatever. All right, but although the match altogether, these women, they fucking could go. It's a good damn match for women's division. take notes, WWE. Then Dixie meets up with MVP backstage, and she's explaining she's still president. She still writes checks, all this and that. And she's going to spit him out just like she's going to spit him out. So far, we don't really know who him is until later on. And well, he says he'll be ready with the popcorn. And then we got Wolves backstage, and they meet up with Jesse and Zima. And they said Robbie's plane got canceled, and they're not going to be able to defend the belts again. MVP's getting really frustrated, so he books a match anyway. He says if he doesn't show up by bell time, it's Zima in there. So that's what we end up getting. And we are coming in for the Wrath of Dixie. She comes to the ring and she calls out Bully Ray. Now the crowd is fucking so behind Bully Ray right now. It's amazing that he is one of the greatest heels, but my God, as a face, people love him still. Yeah, he's the best of both. He can do whatever. He's amazing. Anyway, a little back and forth between the two, and Dixie's saying how she's still president and this and that, and really she does a decent job here. And Bully Ray ends up getting attacked from behind from Bobby Roode, but he almost got Bully bombed through the motherfucking table, and Bobby Roode scoots out, and then Dixie looks a little scared and she scoots out too. So really the Wrath of Dixie wasn't anything really. So anyway, we move on to the tag title match, and the Wolves come out. Might I say the fucking production team fucked up. Wolves come out, and it says Jesse Sorensen and DJZ. So man, they do this a lot. They really need to work on that shit. It's a small detail, but my God, fix it, boys. Anyway, Wolves bromance. It's a good match altogether. Eddie Edwards nails a double hurricanrana. Fucking awesome. But then in the end, Robbie E ends up being in the building, interferes, yanks the fucking ref out. Boom. No titles for the Wolves again. It's just something we're going to have to wait for at Sacrifice. And then we get to Christy Hemme out to the ring. She wants to get Samuel out there. This is just odd. It needed to be sped up by at least twice than how long it took. I mean, really, it just was way too long. And then Mr. Anderson shows up in a psychiatric services van, and he ends up coming to the ring, but about 3 minutes too late. I mean, they needed to shorten the segment up quite a bit. And but anyway, he ends up hitting him with a mic check, telling him that he's going to be going to the funny farm. And anyway, drags him out, throws him in the back of the van, but Shaw kicks out of the van and takes off. So he's still off loose. But it was just an odd segment. Some people liked it. I didn't care for it. I think if they shortened it up by 3 minutes or so, it would have been great. Just way quicker, and then it just would have been much better. Then we go to Magnus versus EY. And as on Twitter, I said, I even said it last week, wouldn't it be awesome if EY became champ, even for like a week or two, like James Storm did. It's just fucking, it's a happy thing. And lo and behold, EY is your new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Fucking awesome. Match was pretty good, and between the two, it was just a straight up match. There was no bullshit. I mean, till the end, Magnus nails a low blow, but either way, the back and forth, the two are fucking had a really good match, and just EY came out on top, fucking nailing the pile driver. EY's the new champ. It's like beards are ruling the fucking wrestling industry right now. Psh, grow a beard, you'll be champ. So anyway, very fucking happy with the show. Very happy with EY as champ. Magnus was a good champ too, but they just made him look weak the entire time that he's been champ. So definitely something good. And maybe we'll probably have an EY Samoa Joe feud, something like that. Really good. Original guy's been there for fucking 10 plus years. Good stuff. TNA's doing really good stuff right now. And if you can't get behind that, man, you're not a wrestling fan. Simple as that. And anyway, on top of that, great show overall. I liked it, plus being live. I can't wait to see Bad Influence back. Hopefully they do come back. And on a serious note, I need you guys to go out on Twitter or Facebook, anything. Use the hashtag reinstate_Andre_Corbeil. The guy has suffered some shit from haters out there, and it's affecting the things that he does for every one of you. So if you guys could try to help him out, follow him on Twitter, Andre_Corbeil, and check out any of his social media accounts. And the guy has put in so many hours and so much of his time giving you all of his views on anything retaining wrestling and some funny stuff. So he's a good guy. You guys should help him out a little bit so we can get his account reinstated. So go ahead, use that, and follow me on Twitter at Rob Kimball Brand. All right, guys, peace.